John here. I'm just about to unbox a KALYNYC XLR deck. He had a sale on the Black Friday. Let's have a look. Haven't seen it yet, so well, we got it out of the wrapping, and here it is, the KALYNYC XLR deck. And incredibly nicely made. What's good about this deck is you know, that carbon fiber enclosure is I mean, it's just super tough. This can take, the fact of the matter is, like, these will need to take a hit every now and then when they get scratched up. As sad as that might sound, yeah, it needs to be carbon. If it's going to have a battery under the bottom of the board, it's got to be you know, a really strong material, because you just can't risk having that, getting something rammed up into it and exploding. We've got some nice braces on the enclosure here with some nuts, so you can there's really nice clamping happening on the enclosure. So W concave is a lot more pronounced than I thought. So yeah, just incredible product. It's made the nicest street deck I've ever seen, bar none. Anyway, so the board company's signing out. We're going to turn this thing into a well, there's the trucks and wheels down there. So it's going to be a bit of a similar to a KALYNYC build, but it's got the Hellcat wheels, 3D Services trucks. Open up the battery enclosure, and we'll have a look, see what it looks like inside. Carbon fiber. And we're gonna, probably want to put some foam lining on this on the inside here before we drop the battery in. We've already set it up with the connector here, so that's pretty cool. The charger, and I believe my battery is the same, so that's kind of awesome. It's the same type. So will it fit? I actually designed my battery for a smaller, slightly shorter deck, but that deck turned out to be not that great, so I upgraded to this one. So we'll just see if it fits. Will it fit? We have a fit. Shit. Put tension on those wires, that's not too good. You have to support that. It's stretched to the max. Listen up. And, see, it looks like, yeah, the series wires are fitting, and you just gotta loosen up the tape a bit so you get that to work. A lot more space in here to fit all the plugs that I got. QS8 plugs in this, so actually I might be able to show you. Kind of went a bit, I was experimenting and decided to do something with the QS8 plugs, because they can take a huge amount of current. And so I created leads. So this battery I made is a couple hundred amps, so I didn't want that going into one XT 90, so I split it into two XT90s. So I've got two XT90 cables coming off the battery, which I'm sure people out there will say this is overkill. But anyway, it's more like I'm just experimenting, going into the over engineering, and then I've got this wiring here. So I've got those going into this QS8 huge connectors. So that's what's going into the ESC. And the ESC is a dual 200 amps. So I thought, well, in the event that this thing was going to pull all that current, I wanted to be able to have the right leads, just to kind of make sure this thing is, it's got no limitations as far as what, there's no bottlenecks in the system. So I mean, theoretically, this thing will continuously draw a huge amount of amps, and yeah, it's a 9P battery, but they're only 18650s. This is like a prototype pack, so it's a 12S 9P P 30Qs, and it's just a prototype, so it's not looking as pretty as what the other guys are building out there. But believe me, it's very well thought out, and I've got packing, and it's all about safety, making sure everything's insulated, nothing's going to be like shorting or rubbing. So yeah, it's got a charge fuse on there, automotive grade one. Balance leads here all run without crossing over each other. And we've got the twin plugs coming off it. These are actually 10 gauge. Yeah, I know it's overkill. They're 10 gauge wires, dual 10 gauge on the series connections. And I committed the sin of having two 8 gauge wires for the positive, just because I could. There's a massive amount of solder on this. But like I said, this is a prototype. I'm over engineering for the purpose of learning and seeing how far we can push these boards. All right.